have to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up. Throughout the world today.
Uniting the racers with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am JLP Peterson. Good morning, and how y'all? You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, JESSE, Jesse. And my biblical question for this week is a doozy. An amazing question. What do you possess? What do you possess? Is that an amazing question? Yes, Jesse, that is an amazing question. What do you possess? We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on JesseLeePeterson.com/show, JesseLeePeterson.com/show. JesseLeePeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about, you can podcast the show and still listen to it as it is happening, right in front of your face. By calling the listen line. Right in front of your face. You can the podcast and still listen as you're doing whatever it is you're doing. On your phone by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go buy me a coffee. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bun JLP Cash App. Bun JLP Cash App. It's amazing. It is also amazing that it is Tuesday. Yeehaw. And as you know, Tuesday is amazing because it's Tuesday, but also because it reminds all of us of how amazing America was at one time. And I don't care about the people lying about America. That's on them. But America at one time, in the good old days, was amazing. America was country and Western Tuesday.
All my thoughts will be all been lies. They
let me down every single time
because the devil's been making homes
inside my head.
The good, the bad, the glad, the sad. If I could let them all go and give them to God, well maybe you take this anger from my soul. night shine like a light that's too bright to see. And I can lean on God so he can lean on me. Forgiveness,
righteous, perfect peace. Amazing. 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 And it's also amazing when you like the videos. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, like the videos. I appreciate it. It is Men's History Month. August is Men's History Month. And it is going by like nothing going knows. It's going by fast and in a hurry. Amazing, huh? I have a man history month, but first I want to go to Earl out of Michigan. Earl, you are on the air.
Jesse, what was your biblical question?
What do you possess?
I possess nothing. The only thing I possess is God. And I have a song for you, Jesse.
But let me ask first. You say that you possess nothing, and the only thing you possess is God?
We should not possess anything on earth. Like, we should only possess our spirit and God.
And how do you possess God?
Like, we have to have God in our soul, in our heart.
And so you possess God in your heart?
Yeah.
Amazing.
And if you don't, that's because you're children of the devil.
Amazing. Well, I appreciate, Earl, you responding to the biblical question. And I'll put my little 2 cents in on Sunday.
And that one song that you sang, that's an amazing song that you sing in the morning.
The one we just played?
Yeah.
That is done by, what's his name? From Alaska. Pete from Alaska.
Yeah, I want to learn that song and sing it like 90 going north.
Yeah. Pete from Alaska is amazing. And he wrote that song, and it is an amazing, true, and an amazing song. And I really like the way he did it. Thank you, Earl.
All right.
888-7753-773. Let me go to Joseph out of New Jersey. Joseph, you are on the air.
Hey, what's up, brother?
All is well, Joseph. Hey, Joseph, what the?
What's up, man?
What the? You up early?
Yeah, I never usually have time to call or listen, because I'm at work and stuff. But
right,
I just figured I'd call.
Happy Men's History Month.
Yeah, Happy Men's History Month.
Amazing.
I just wanted to call because I just had a realization this morning, and I just felt like it'd be helpful, and I had a question about decisions.
Okay.
So I was just like making food. I was just like making food this morning, and I just realized that I was like just thinking about like this stuff, and I was just like, I'm still lost in thoughts, and God like separated me from my thoughts, and I started to realize that I kind of like written it down exactly on like how important it is to keep your glass like half empty, because and also about like why now I understand why there are no words to describe heaven, because those aren't your own thoughts or opinions about what you're experiencing. And I kind of written it down, but I know you don't like me going on speaker or whatever.
No, go ahead. Let me hear. We're making exception.
I know that I couldn't remember it, but
okay.
I wrote, I'm finding out why you need to have your glass half empty, and also about heaven and why it can't be described, because words are just thoughts from the devil, and there are no words when you are with God. And a lot of the issues that I was having was thinking that I can try to figure this out, or or think on these things like spiritually. And I realized this morning that you can't, all those, like one of the someone from your church said about it seems like you have to put like your whole being into being present. And I realized that you can't do anything to be present, that's just another idea that you have about yourself. And that you have the ability to do something. And even when I was like being showed this morning, my thoughts started to go like, wow, like this is amazing, or like trying to have an opinion about it.
Yeah.
And I realized that I can't even have an opinion about what I was seeing either, and it just goes to show like how trippy this is, because you think that there's someone here to work on or do, because you're made to believe that you have any type of control over your life, like at all. And really just more thoughts.
You're absolutely right. Did you read off everything you wrote? Wrote down?
Yeah, I it was just about
You make a...
and sorry.
No, finish your point. Go ahead.
Also that, because I was thinking, again, I know that was just the devil, but it was just for the sake of conversation. I was like, coming up with excuses, but it is just another part of it is that I've been so conditioned my whole life to think on stuff and then to try to fix something and try to do something about it. And really that's just another, I'm going to say high. It's kind of like a drug addict is like being addicted to thoughts. And it's just like another fix that you keep on hitting. And yeah, so I just thought I just wanted to call in because I remember someone from your church was saying that, like this last Sunday, some guy said that it seems like you have to put your whole being into being present. And I just realized this morning that I'm like thinking about being present, or like I'm trying to focus on something, and you can't do anything.
Yeah.
when it comes to that.
That's the problem with words and the intellect, because even when you hear about the truth, the words are automatically defining and telling you what it all means. And because we are addicted to words, we believe what the words are telling us, not realizing that even those words are not from God, that they are Satan. And I noticed that Satan used that with the Bible thumpers too, people who enter the Bible. When they are reading the Bible and when they're being taught the Bible, Satan is defining and telling them what all that means, and they believe, and so because they won't let it go, they hold on to the knowledge. They won't wait for the understanding, they just hold on to the knowledge. They believe that what they're saying what they're hearing is true, and they struggle. And so they're the same way with what you're talking about now. When you hear about heaven, when you hear about God, and when you hear about being present, the devil is using that knowledge against you by causing you to hold on to it and defining it, and then you believe that that's what it is. But if you continue to do what you sound like you're doing now, just be aware of it and don't hold on to anything, then understanding will be clear. It will come without words, and it will be clear.
Because that's why you say all the time, and this is what's so beautiful about your church and stuff, and this is why you can't be led by another man, because you say this all the time, but I never really got the understanding from it.
Yeah.
But I have to get on my own, is that thinking that, and you say this all the time, but thinking that you're with God or thinking that you're saved is just another thought. And that's why, like, thinking that you're a Christian or thinking that you're saved is, and that's why you say all the time that, you know, the devil is going to pretend to be the light, is going to imitate everything that God does. And a lot of it is just because you believe the words. And really what I'm realizing is that words are just a tool to communicate with each other.
Yes.
But you can't hold on to it.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And that's what's so amazing. But what's so trippy is that, you know, because it's so convincing that you think that there's someone here to I don't even know how to describe it, to think on these things. And really, it's just because you just are identified with thoughts, that you believe that you are thoughts, that you believe that there's someone there. That's what's so trippy about this. But I just had a question about decisions then, because my whole life I'm thinking on something, and then I act on whatever it is. And you say all the time, see, this is very difficult to even ask. You say all the time about, you know, like, you use thoughts as like a tool to build a house, or, you know, physically and stuff. And I realize now that you can't use thoughts on this at all, like spiritually. You can't think on these things at all. And so I'm wondering, how does that work with decisions when it comes to, like what's the difference about believing a thought versus using a thought as a tool? I guess that's where I'm a little tripped up on.
Let's say that you want breakfast.
Yeah.
And you're thinking about, well, what do I want for breakfast? I want some eggs and toast and jelly on the toast and banana on the side. And so you decide, well, you know, that's what I want to eat. You're using a tool. You get up, you make the breakfast, you eat the breakfast, and once you're done with the breakfast, you don't have to think about the breakfast anymore until it's time to eat again. And so you've used thoughts as a tool to get the physical things done, because we are a physical, social being in this world, and God gave us the ability to use thoughts as a tool, but not to live by. Because when you're finished, it's like building a house. When you put the last nail in the home, you put the hammer down. You don't need to think about building the house anymore. You don't need the hammer anymore. You don't need the tool. And that's all thoughts are for, is to use as a tool and not as a way of living at all. Not what tomorrow going to bring, what happened yesterday, what you want psychologically and emotionally. I want to be married, I want to have children, I want this and I want that. Those thoughts are totally evil, and they have nothing to do with God at all. And those thoughts will get you every decision that you make or accept, and those thoughts are going to always be wrong. It's never going to be right. But if you just live without thinking about living and about what you want and being all ambitious and you have too much or you don't have enough, then you and life are one, and life will give you perfectly everything you need in life, and it would be amazing. You don't have to think about the outcome or anything. You don't have to think about if it's going to work or not. You don't have to think about, is this the right one or the wrong one or anything like that. You just live without thinking. The only time you need thinking is for physical tasks.
I was just about to clarify exactly until you just ended on that,
Yes.
because a lot of what was getting me tripped up on was like what you're talking about is like physical things. Like, okay, I'm gonna fix my tire or something, so I need to, and you're thinking about these things. Okay, I'm gonna need like a socket wrench or something, or
Right.
blah blah blah, etc. And a lot of what I realized this morning, I was like making my coffee. And this is what I was like a little confused on, or I was just like, I'm thinking about what I'm doing instead of being present about what I'm doing, and so that's why. Even when you're dealing with people, then you don't really think about anything that you're going to do or say then. So I guess that's just a little clarifying, because a lot of what you're talking about is like building a house or a car or a business or something like that. It's not very dealing with other human beings. So when you're just dealing with other human beings, you're not even really thinking about anything like how to talk to somebody or anything, like it's a little difficult to ask, but you know how like people say, people say about like a lot of the world says, oh, like people don't have social skills or people don't know how to talk or blah, blah, blah. And people put a lot of effort into that. And so that's why I was a little confused on.
Let's say that when I'm having my staff meetings and I'm going around the office talking to each person about the projects that they're working on. I'm having a physical, thoughtful conversation, but it's physical thoughts. And I'm talking about this project and that project and how we can get it done or make it better or blah, blah, blah. And so I am having a physical conversation with people. We're talking physically about how to improve on things or not to do things. But when those conversations are done, then I come back to being present.
So when you're trying to like improve, I don't want to say business because your thing's a church, but let's say you're trying to improve your church. Improve your church.
Right.
Do you think on things to make your church better or no?
Let's say that if we are the women's forum or men forums coming up, so
yeah.
I'm thinking about. I got to remind the folks that when the men's forums are happening, when the women's forums are happening, or if there's some type of event going on, or to make a donation, I'm doing physical thinking then. And that improved the church because when people donate, they can help us do the work we're doing and blah, blah, blah. But when I'm done with that, then I'm done with the physical thinking.
Okay. All right, that makes a lot more sense. Because to me, it was just when you say all thoughts are all lies, I'm like, okay, so then I can't think about anything at all. I just have to basically just not hope, because then that's just another thought. But just for the sake of conversation, I just have to hope that God guides me in everything that I do perfectly, because I'm just not listening to a single thought.
See, that's where I said words are very deceiving, because when I'm telling you all thoughts are all lies, psychological, emotional thoughts, all lies, all lies. But what you want to eat, what you want to drive, where you want to work, what time you got to be at work, those are not thoughts that you live by. Those thoughts are not lies. Those thoughts are true because physically we're in a physical world. We are social beings, so we have to communicate in that way. And God made that possible, because if God had not made it possible for us to communicate in a physical way, we wouldn't be able to communicate in a physical way, which is the right way, if it wasn't for Him. He made that possible too.
Yeah, but I guess what I was just a little confused on is the source of your communication, because you just kind of do your church too a little bit. You just kind of talk, and maybe you can clarify is that you believe that God is speaking through you.
I guess that's why I was.
Yeah. So I guess that's my question is that you're not I don't want to say thinking about saying stuff, but I don't really know how to ask this. I guess about bringing, like, you want to, like, do you just go into your church and you don't have, like, any notes about, like, what do you want to talk about? Or, like, do you know what I mean by that?
The only notes I would have if I saw a movie or I had a conversation with someone and it was so interesting, I want to remember parts of that movie or parts of that conversation so that I can remind myself to share with the people. But what God will have me to talk about, I have always had a way and see about that because I can't come up with what God will have me to talk about. I have to just wait and see.
That makes a lot more sense now. Thank you. Because that's what I was really confused on is I know not to have like a whole, like a whole script about whatever, but I guess that's what I was just a little confused on, decisions and stuff, because I realized this morning that, I really have like absolutely no control over my life. I'm just made to believe that I am just through thoughts because I believe that I am my thoughts.
Yeah.
And so that I was just a little confused on that, but that actually makes a lot more sense now that you said it like that.
That's why when you are thinking about God or you're thinking about Jesus or you're thinking about this spiritual life, then they are just thoughts. It's not reality of what the spiritual life is at all.
Yeah.
You're just thinking about it. And because you're thinking about it, it's keeping you away from being one or knowing God and knowing the truth.
It's so crazy. It's just so trippy. Yeah, you just go your whole life like, thinking that, like there's this person here that, like you're in control and that you're making these decisions. And I just realized this morning I'm like making like food and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like sitting there and, cause like last night I was like going through it, but I didn't like overreact. I was just kind of weird doormat thing. Right. And I know it's the devil now, but last night I was like, man, this ain't working. And I wake up this morning and I'm like trying to make food and coffee. And I'm just like, dang, man, like I'm just in my head right now. Like, what the hell? This ain't going on. And then God separated me a little bit, and I seen that's not me saying that, and that's not me thinking that, and me trying to like think this through or try to figure this out or whatever. That's not even me either. And it was just very profound this morning. And I remembered someone from your church this past Sunday said about like putting their whole being into being present, and I realized that you can't do that. Like God has to do that for you. And
right, you can't put anything into being. You can't.
Yeah, no.
Being present or anything. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, and that and it made me realize that that's why you say that there's no words to describe heaven, because those are just thoughts about what heaven is,
Right. It's like the people with the Bible thumping people, they know the Bible. They know the meaning, that they know the words in the Bible. They've read it sometimes over and over again, so they remember the words of the Bible. And then somebody tell them, well, the Bible is the infallible word of God. Is that right? Hey, infallible? Infallible word of God. And then somebody come along and tell them that the Bible, everything in the Bible is true. The whole Bible is the truth. And then Satan is confirming those words in the mind of the person that's hearing those words. And you can't convince them that that's not true, because they have believed that from Satan. And so it's unless they want to see it's not true, you're not going to be able to convince them, because they believed in those thoughts and words that came from their imagination, and they think that it's from God or from themselves. Joseph, can you hold a minute?
Yeah.
Hold on. 888-77-JESSE. We're going to get to all of your calls. I'll be right back.
Hey, Jess, I just wanted to call you and give an update on my life.
Okay.
I recently got a job as a maintenance manager. 3 weeks in, I'm now the GM of that park. I'm doing, the silent prayers, always keeping present. There's no way that I would have been ready for this position even 6 months ago if it wasn't for counseling with you one-on-one and my relationship with the Father. You have changed my life dramatically, brother, and I love you for it. And my wife loves you. We love all your crew. You guys are doing amazing work, and I just wanted to give you that update.
Well, right on. Congratulations. And again, you just take it one moment at a time, one day at a time, and let things unfold, and they will. And do not take anything personal from anyone. Don't get angry, resentful, or anything like that, and you'll be fine no matter what. Okay, 888-775-3773. Happy Men's History Month. This month is going by fast, so I want to hear about the men or man or men in your life or in history that inspired you in one way or the other, or you thought had a good impact on the world. And the merch, White History Month merch, is on sale until the 31st of August. White History hats and T-shirts and mugs and things like that. Until August 31st, because July just feels white. We can't get enough of White History Month. Hats and T-shirts, amazing merch. So go there and check it out. And then a quick reminder, the beautiful silver coin. And do we have that one where hate is explaining in it while he's showing it? And that, if not, we'll do that one later. But we're celebrating 250 years of America. And they have put my face on a beautiful silver coin. And silver is investment, silver and gold. What did Jesus say? Silver and gold I have none, but what I have I give it to you. Something like that. And so I want you to check out, there it is. Can you tell us what hate is talking about? Are you able to do a hate or shouldn't it?
I can do it.
Oh, that's hate. Explain that beautiful silver coin.
It's a beautiful silver coin with high relief, handmade details, nicely carved, thick silver. Very beautiful. People are like, oh, it doesn't look like Jesse. Yes, it does, actually.
It does look like me. It looks like me to me.
When it's a carving and it's shiny, it's at different angles, it looks a little funny, but that's how silver is, especially when it's hand done like this, and very cool. It has like stippling and hashing, if you will, and I highly recommend it. It's beautiful. It really is nice.
Amazing. Celebrating 250 years of America, and we only had 250 of them, and I'm warning you over and over because people tend to yell at me, why you didn't tell me earlier? I tried to buy that merch or I tried to get this out. It's going by fast. So I highly recommend you go to jesseleepeterson.shop, jesseleepeterson.shop, and order your silver coin today. Also, while you're enjoying the silver coin, you can have some amazing coffee. Good. Punchy's coffee is good. My own coffee. I can hear Mama and Dad and Uncle WC, Uncle Libra, Buddha Boy, Uncle Buddha Boy, Uncle Tommy, Uncle Charlie, Uncle Libra, Aunt Doll, my mama Pluck, all up there in heaven said, I can't believe Puncher got it. Not only does he have his own coffee, he has silver coin. And then God, like, they're right next to God. And he's like, yeah, I told you I take care of Punchy. Punchy has always been wondering about me, walking up down that dark road, and sometimes daylight road in Alabama. They're like, Lord, I didn't know you were going to give all that to Punchy. What amazing coffee. And then we have mugs and T-shirts and books and all kinds of things, all right? So go to JesseLeePeterson.shop, JesseLeePeterson.shop, or call 800-411-BOND for the amazing merch. 800-411-2663. And every dime we get, you are helping us because it goes right back into doing the work here. We don't use it for anything but that, all right? So thank you all in advance. And for those people who have been helped and you're getting help and you're not donating, what's wrong with you? How come I got to tell you to give, to donate? That doesn't make sense. And some people say, oh, man, I'm so sorry. I don't know. And even my enemies donate so they can have something to talk about. So go to JLPTalk.com, JLPTalk.com, or scan the QR code to support Bond, or call 800-411-2663. 800-411-2663. Amazing. Thank you all. I appreciate it. So Act 3:6, Peter said, silver and gold I do not have, but what I have I give you. In the name of Jesus of Nazareth, rise up and walk. Amazing. Let me go quickly back to Joseph out of New Jersey. Hey, Joseph.
Hey, what's up, brother?
And so, are you starting to see that you do need physical thinking to do physical things and to communicate in a physical way?
Yeah, it makes a lot more sense, like the way you were describing it. I think it was just because this morning I just had to, like, this complete separation, and I realized that, because, you know, like a big thing that I came for, I remember when I first came to your church, was, you know, I wanted to have like what the disciples had, and I realized that this morning, you know, like how the disciples were, you know, like being like hanged upside down and stuff, and and even the whole story with Jesus or whatever was, you know, like I'm like, oh, like here I am, I can't even deal with just my feelings and thoughts, let alone actually get like physically crucified or hanged upside down or ripped in half and stuff. And I realized this morning that I do have that same thing that they have, because I realized that the whole reason why they're able to I want to say sacrifice themselves or whatever, but the whole reason why they were so willing to die is because there's no one there to actually die. It's just another thought that you think that there's a person here that can be affected by the world. And that's what's so beautiful about this. I don't want to say this this church or whatever, but it is from your church. But that's what's so beautiful about this, is that, you know, there really is no one there to affect or hurt or anything, even to a point of actually being physically killed. And because there's no one really there to die. And that's what's, you know, I just wanted to just to call in because I don't know, it just was so amazing. And even when right before you know, like I was about to call, like the devil's like, oh, this is amazing, and I want to talk to Jesse, and I seen that those are just other thoughts. I knew that I wanted to come talk to you, but I wasn't wrapped up into like waiting to talk to you and stuff like that. Even though I could see that it wants me to. That's what's so brutal about Satan, and what's so how the game that he plays on us. It's what's so crazy about it. It's that he makes you believe that there is a you, that there is someone there to have control over your own life. And I just realized this morning that there really isn't. And that's what's so important about keeping your glass half empty, because you don't believe that you think that you know. And so you can't hold on to any knowledge about this or be intellectual about this, because you always have your that's what's so important about keeping your glass half empty, is that, you know, because you think that you know, or you think that you're saved, and because you believe that you are your thoughts and that you're thinking all these things. And that's what's so brutal and so trippy. I don't want to say magical because it doesn't seem right to say it, but that's what's so weird about this, is that you're made to believe that you have some type of control over your own life when you really don't. That's what's so weird about this, you know?
Not only do you not have control over your life, there is no one there to have control over this life that you think you have control over.
Yeah.
As you were saying, it is mind-blowing to me, the deception of the darkness of Satan, is that you can feel afraid about something. He'll give you the shocking thought about fear. And you can feel so afraid, and it just feels like it's you feeling afraid, and you want to run, you want to hide, you want to do something about it. And then when you don't do anything about it at all, you realize every aspect of that was an illusion. None of that.
Yeah.
The thought about the situation, the fear about the situation, the react about the situation were all an illusion, and none of it was true. That's mind-blowing to me.
Yeah, it's really, you had a thing about like psychosis, or that.
Yes.
I don't think. Yeah, it literally is that, and that's what's so crazy, is that and this is what's so important about being present. And this, because when I was making my coffee and my food, I'm like thinking about what I'm doing, and I'm just like, oh, like I'm like more in my head. And this is what's so important about being present, about where your body is that you can't think about what you're doing. You just have to do.
Yeah.
And that's what's so trippy, is that and about the psychosis, is that, you know, like you think that there's someone there to be in control of. Like you're made to believe that there's someone there to make a decision about something, and that's what is so wild. And so I just wanted to call because I just remembered the last Sunday that someone was saying about, you know, like it seems like I have to put so much focus and energy into being present, and you really can't do that. You have to let God show you it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I just wanted to say that, and that's why I had a question about decisions, because I'm like, man, if I'm thinking about, you know, like making food and stuff, and I'm just like in my head about everything that I need to be doing, like in the morning, I'm not like present with my body. I'm not letting, you know. And I was just like, I was just like a little confused on that. So, but you clarified it. It makes a lot more sense. So thank you.
Amazing. Well, you
Amazing.
stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay present. And it was all, the clouds will soon be completely gone. It will become very, very clear for you if you just don't give up. I don't care how many times it's feel like it's not working, or Satan tells you it's not working, or situations happen or whatever, you just stay present. You stay with it, and don't you give up, and just endure to the end, no matter what happens, and just stay with it.
Yeah, I will say for anyone out there that it does seem hard, but it's only because you're just so conditioned and so identified with your thoughts and feelings and stuff. So you think that you're the one who's going through all these like crazy troubles, and it really does get like a lot more clear the longer. That's why you said last Sunday, like, you have to wait, and if you have to wait up until you're 99, like that's the whole reason why you have to wait, because there's nothing that you can do to make this happen, and or try to save yourself or try to think about this stuff or anything. You literally just have to just wait it out. And so for anyone out there that's like struggling with this, or or just going through what I was going through, like trying to figure this out or thinking on these things, and you really have to wait all that stuff out and just be super patient and having your glass like half empties, and you can't hold on to anything that you say. Because just really quick, I deal with that all the time. When I first started doing this, a lot of people said that, like, you were my master. Like, people were saying, you're my master and stuff. Like, you just repeat what Jesse says and blah, blah, blah. And there definitely is truth to that in the beginning, because you can definitely pick up on what you say intellectually and repeat it and think that, you're talking about.
It's the same way that people repeat the Bible. They've heard it from the preacher or someone else, Sunday school class, and all they're doing is repeating the Bible. Just like it's when you start hearing about the real truth. You're going to repeat it for a minute, but then you eventually catch on that, hey, I'm just repeating it, and you start to overcome that too. Yeah,
as long as you don't get locked into the intellect and stuff.
Right.
But that's why you can never be, like, I'll say to people that you're my pastor and stuff, but that's why you can never be my leader, and I can never be your follower. It's actually impossible to do that unless you're completely lost and just lost in hell. Because there definitely are people who have leaders and stuff, but those people are just lost. But these things I can never follow just what you say, because you say this all the time, and I hear you say this, and I didn't just realize it. I have to realize it for myself, So
yes,
but it's amazing. That's why you say amazing.
That's why a right kind of teacher will always keep you on yourself. They will always point you to the source, because they know that they can't help you. They can't change you. They can't do anything about you. Yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, maybe the day before, I said to the people, why don't you all just divorce the world? It's time to divorce the world. Stop trying to help people. You cannot help anyone. And you can't even help yourself, so how can you help anyone else? And anyone who think they can help somebody else, and women tend to have it really bad. They think they can change a man, they can help, they can change the children or whatever. They're playing God. They think that they're God, and that's evil. And so I was like, you can't help anyone. And then somebody said, well, the man is saying you can't help anyone. He spent 36 to 40 years helping people. But what they don't realize, I have not lifted one iota of a hand to help anyone. Spiritually, I can't help anyone.
Yeah.
And then even in a material way, sometimes you can't help because you spoil people that way. But you cannot help anyone. Only the Spirit of truth can help those who want it and who ask the Spirit of truth for it. But nobody can help anyone.
Yeah. And that's why you can never be my leader or anything. I have to know for myself.
Absolutely.
And that's what's so beautiful about your church, man.
Well, you stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, and stay with it, and stay with it.
I will, brother. It was nice talking to you again.
You too, man. Happy Men's History Month.
Happy Men's History Month. Take it easy, guys.
All right, buddy. Amazing. Bye now. Joseph from New Jersey. What the super? Why are you jumping like that?
I'm adjusting.
You adjusting? Super.
Super chats.
Super chat. Look who is here.
Good morning.
Babe.
Alpha. Ball City gifted 502 gold pills over on pilled.net.
Thank you. Amazing. I appreciate that.
Very nice, Balls City. Over there on YouTube, Big Red Dot, welcome new show member.
Thank you, Big Red Dot.
Sonic.exe, Jesse Lee Peterson, amazing. And Pepe with praying hands. Over on Kick.
Amazing. Thank you. That's amazing.
BibleBot says, good morning, Jesse. I've been staying with it every morning, every night. I have forgiven. I work 2 jobs, staying in the light. Strength comes from the light, not from the ego. Keep it up, everyone who's working on self.
That's right. Everything you are and everything you will be and everything is in the light. It's not in the darkness. It's not in your control. Is in the light. Amazing. Stay with it.
And he says, look how many hits to the head Trump has taken over the last 12 years. Literally. Yet and still no weapon formed against the head shall prosper or proper. All should taste and see that the word is true. Open book emoji.
That's right. It's amazing how Donald Trump, the Great White Hope, some people call him amazing. I call him the Great White Hope.
Oh, Don, you're a little controversial. You're talking about illegal immigration. I said it's illegal.
It's illegal. It's amazing how he is an example of how every male and female should be. And they hate him, they say. They don't just, some people, not all, of course. They don't just disagree with him. They hate him. They're like, I hate him. But why do you hate him? Well, because economy is bad. So, okay, let's say you agree, you think the economy is bad. Why you got to hate Trump? Well, he did this and that. But why you got to hate him? They did the same to Jesus. They hated Jesus for no reason at all, except they hated the spirit of truth that was in him. And they're doing the same identical thing against the Great White Hope, Donald Trump. And they all complain about physical things. Think about that. And they don't see that they're blind and can't see. Amazing. Thank you.
Zylo. Over on Twitch, good morning, JLP and friends.
Good morning. Amazing.
Sam from 1977 on Kick, sending you love from England. Stay pithy, JLP.
Thank you, Kick, all the way from England. Can't beat that. Thank you.
Welcome, H-Town Julie, new show member.
Thank you, H-Time Julie. That's amazing.
Very nice. C-Bill says, next caller, laughing with tears beta. And we'll have to read the rest of these later. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Amazing. Let me take a quick break when I come back to your phone calls and super chats right after the break. So we have the hate news. You doing the news?
I guess so.
We're doing the hate news with the hate.
So,
back in a moment.
I recommend. I invite you to download my silent prayer.
I know some people have called in and they wonder if the silent prayer is working. And I just want to take a second and to tell them that it works. You just have to stick with it.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I started doing before I even forgave my parents. And I was so depressed and suicidal at some times that I just would have to stop in the middle of my job or whatever I was doing and go into the silent prayer. And it really does help. Like, I don't have those anymore.
Amazing. You haven't seen anything yet. Doubt every thought. Bring every thought into captivity. Just let them all pass. Don't judge them. You haven't seen anything. It gets better and better and better and easier, easier, easier. So my gift to you, no charge, at rebuildingtheman.com/church.
There's some serious mess going on in this here old world. Am I right or am I right? This is the end of hour 1 already of the JLP Peterson Show, Country and Western Tuesday, August 25th. The last Country and Western Tuesday of the month, I might add, of Men's History Month. Happy Men's History Month, y'all. August 25th, AD 2026. And JLP will be right back to your calls. We'll get to more of your super chats and more great stories, all right? It is Hake News, not fake news, and shout out and many thanks to Nick, the American anchor baby, filling in, doing the news and doing the super chats. Nice. Common Nonsense Network, CNN, claims that today we'll bring you the latest in the fight over the mail-in ballots and the president's heated rhetoric with U.S. trading partners. Canada and United States. Plus, Target is apologizing for a children's Halloween costume. You know, October is coming up, even though it's not even quite September yet. That sparked backlash, and people have been spotted venturing into New York City's manholes. So reports Alexandra Banner, lead writer of Common Nonsense Network Morning Updates. The so-called Supreme Court Monday allowed our greatest president, Donald J. Trump, they report, I'm putting a little bit of my own words into it, to move forward with a controversial, which means reasonable, executive order targeting mail-in ballots, though it still faces legal hurdles before it can be implemented. At the center of the dispute is an order our greatest President Trump signed in March, which gives the U.S. Postal Service an unprecedented role in deciding who can vote by mail. It calls for the Department of so-called Homeland Security to compile lists of people they consider eligible to vote. States that send ballots by mail would also have to provide the Postal Service with lists of eligible voters and include information that on the envelopes so the ballots can be tracked. The fight itself is nothing new. Our greatest President Trump has spent years trying to overhaul mail-in voting while making baseless claims, says Common Nonsense Network, of widespread fraud. Now the white on the inside White House, no longer black on the inside because Trump is there and he is the son of God. This White House is touting the decision as a major victory for the election security, a very important subject, because nobody trusts it on either side when they lose. You might notice. For voters, it may create more uncertainty than clarity ahead of the November midterms. You know, people are not sure if their vote's going to count. Voters, the takeaway is simple: if you're planning to vote by mail, nothing changes yet. The legal wrangling is just getting started with plenty more court fights ahead. The courts are always trying to undermine our greatest president or the people suing Trump in court. Trump's theory of global power faces a reckoning with simmering tensions, says Common Nonsense. President Trump has reshaped U.S. foreign policy around the idea American strength can compel both adversaries and so-called allies, liberal buzzword, to fall in line. That approach is facing major tests with Iran and Canada. Tensions with the two countries are deepening. The U.S. has been at war with Iran for 6 months. No end to the conflict in sight. And our greatest President Trump said Monday that the U.S. will always be far bigger, richer, and stronger than Canada. Wow, I hope so. After threatening steep tariffs, Trump's rhetoric comes as a growing number of experts, you know how those people are, have warned that a prolonged effort against Canada, Iran, and third-party countries targeted by sanctions could invite retaliation, potentially raising U.S. energy and food prices and rattling financial markets. Very interesting. And 2 elections to watch. Voters in Georgia will cast their ballots today in a special election to further narrow Republicans' already slim majority in the House. And I'll have to tell you about more of that later. And also in South Carolina, stuff is going on. I'm James Hake. Now back to JLP, Hour 2.
still got to stand up strong. Think the truth about themselves to understand what went wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning, and how are y'all? You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE, Jesse, Jesse. And my biblical question for this week, what do you possess? What do you possess? Very interesting question for those who want to know themselves, to overcome the world. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show, jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're running around and doing whatever it is you're doing, and you just got to go do it, but you would like to still listen to the show as it is happening, you can. You can podcast and then call the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131, 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go buy me a coffee. Buy me a coffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It is Tuesday, and every Tuesday is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. What dog? Who let the dogs out? Amazing. Amazing. A spiritual battle is not physical at all. So you can lay your weapon down. You're fighting a losing battle. And if you don't see by now how cruel and vicious and nasty and conniving human beings are, if you don't see that by now, you will never see it. Ever, ever. Why would you fight with those kind of people? And that same fight is going on inside of you. And that's why you're fighting with others outside of you, because you are just like them. You're the devil. Why are you fighting with vicious, evil, cruel people? You think the bad people are the people who are having the wars, you say. They're fighting wars. Or the bad people who kill the man's children by accused of stringing them and choking them and stabbing them. And they are bad. But you are as bad as they are when you resent them, judge them. Human beings, look how human beings, and they get a thrill off from it because they're evil. That thrill is evil. Why don't you lay your weapon down and divorce the world and live your life? Don't you want to like live your life before you depart from this world? You can, man and woman, male and female. You can live your life, but you don't want to. Every jealous, revengeful, gossipy, nasty, vicious human being, lonely, depressed, suicidal, angry, resentful, you're that way because that's the way you want to be. And so those who don't want to be that way and you are working on overcoming that, why don't you just divorce the world? Give the world the finger and live your life. Why are you trying to prove anything to another evil person when you really don't have anything to prove anyway? Why do you even think about it? And I'm asking because I counsel with truckload of people now. And not only by phone, Skype, and in-house, when I'm out and about. Everybody are having the same problem with the world. The world inside of them and the world outside of them, inside of others. Why don't you divorce the world? You can't help them. And all it's doing is keeping you sad, you in darkness, playing God. John is out of Houston, Texas. John, you are on the air.
Hey, thanks, Jesse.
Yes, sir.
Hey, well, how's your Tuesday?
Amazing. All
amazing.
is well.
Amazing. Hey, amazing. My call is, I wanted to comment that I was listening last week and there was somebody who wasn't satisfied with a silent prayer. And I just wanted to comment that perhaps you get better results the longer that you do it.
Meaning what?
Meaning that maybe try an hour-long silent prayer for better results.
When you say better result, what type of results are you referring to?
Well, the satisfaction from it.
Meaning what?
Energy and clear conscience and restfulness.
Well, one thing I do agree with you is that as you do it, when you first start being still, the silent prayer is stillness, and becoming aware of the darkness, the thoughts and emotions. It is the devil evil that made a home, and you don't like that, so it's going to have a fit. And a lot of people they don't want to go through that, so they run, and they may find themselves doing it 5, 10, or 15 minutes. But the more you sit through it, the easier it becomes, and you will find yourself doing it without even thinking about it an hour. But I do want to encourage you not to look for any results, have no expectation, and just do it, and it will do the work for you. Because what's happening is when you're sitting still, the spirit of truth is just slowing you down. It's catching up with you, and it's slowing you down so that reality can catch up with you and live through you and give you a life. So The silent prayer is just for that, to slow you down, because all human beings are racing around in their imagination, in their thoughts, and words, and past and future life, and all that mess. It slows you down so that reality, the truth, can catch up with you and start living through you. So I wouldn't do it expecting anything. Just have
That's
a way.
what I'm getting.
Yeah,
is that
have
I'm
a way
getting
to
slowed
see.
down.
I'm sorry?
That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm getting.
Right
is that
on.
I'm being slowed down. So I'm doing it an hour now
Right
in the morning,
on.
an hour at night.
Nice. Well, just stay with it, and let's say you do it 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Don't let the devil tell you, oh, you didn't do it for an hour. It's not working. You didn't do an hour. Don't let that voice lie to you about that either. But right on, absolutely.
Well, I've been doing it for a long, long time.
Okay.
Like, not long time, but 6 years. And I would just be so impulsive to where, for years, I would just do 15 minutes tops.
Yeah. Well, right on, John. Well, you stay with it. Just stay with it and let it happen without any expectation, any wants, or anything. And it's just going to get better for you.
That's amazing.
Amazing.
Happy Men's History Month.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much. Amazing. Am I wrong for trying to be all that I can be? Whoa, 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 whoa. Am I wrong? I'm not trying to be like anyone else. Amazing. Let me go to Michigan and talk to Noah. Noah, you are on the air.
Hey, good morning, Jesse. How are you doing?
All is well, Noah.
Good. All is well with me. Anyway, I just wanted to comment about that Lindsay Clark situation.
Lindsay Clark?
Yeah, Lindsay Clark. Yeah, she's that woman that, did that thing to her children.
Oh, Lindsay Clancy.
Clancy, I'm sorry. I got the name wrong. Sorry. I apologize.
No
I'm
problem.
white
Yeah,
and slow.
Lindsay Clancy. I understand.
All right, I'm white and slow. I'm sorry about that.
Hey, white.
Yeah, yeah, but anyway, no, here's the thing. Things like this have happened before, and I've never seen people, support things like this before in the past.
Yeah.
Do you know who Chris Benoit is?
No.
Oh, okay. He was a former pro wrestler, and he did the same exact thing. He murdered his wife and child, and no people were coming out, celebrating that stuff. It's just changed times nowadays. Have you noticed?
Yeah, and I believe a lot of that has to do with the internet. Human beings love evil human beings, evil people, angry people, emotional people. They love thrills. And so they have a chance now on the internet to display those thrills, and they love the attention that they're getting from it, whether it's evil attention, bad attention, or whatever. But whereas before the internet wasn't, I don't know when that situation happened that you're talking, I don't remember, but the internet wasn't as popular, so that people could not publicly express their thrills, their evil nature in the way they're doing now. Because I've never seen anything like this before either. All these females are coming out saying that they're saying same, meaning that, and I guess they mean that just as this woman who had been accused, Lindsay, of killing this man's children, they're saying that they'll do the same thing, that they feel like and can kill the children too. But it's all for the thrill. They get a lot of attention now when they do this stuff.
Yeah, social media has access to the worst of things. I've noticed that, especially looking through it.
It definitely has exposed the worst of human nature, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, that Chris Benoit situation, that happened in 2007, so social media wasn't that big then.
Oh, okay. My producer's telling me that was a huge story when he was growing up. the story that you're talking about with the
Yeah, it was huge. I mean, and people are making comparisons to that story in the Clancy story right now. And I personally think this woman is evil, but this guy actually did commit suicide, and she tried to do the same thing.
Well, commit suicide is due to, there may be other factors in it too, maybe pills or whatever, or drinking or drugs, but to commit suicide is an act of evil because you listen to the devil telling you, oh, you're no good, nobody love you, nobody care, this is too much stress, I'm never going to be important or anything in the world. And so it is due to evil that human beings commit suicide.
I agree with that. I think people who commit suicide are quitters.
Yes.
That's plain simple.
They're losers.
They're quitters and they're losers. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Anyway, Jesse, hey, it was nice talking to you. You have a good rest of your morning, all right?
All right, you too, Noah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Amazing. I have a man history moment. I've not seen yet. My producer got this for me. Derek, he black, and he told me about it. And so it is men's history month, winding down fast. Before I go to the caller, back to the callers and your super chats, I have a men history moment. A guy by the name of Bass Reeves. B-A-S-S? Is that bass or bass? Bass. Because they're confusing me now. The black man tried to tell the black man what a word spell. I said bass, he tell me it's bass, but it's bass, right?
It is bass. It's bass. I never knew that.
B-A-S-S?
According to the AI. B-A-Y-S-S.
It ain't no Y.
I know, but that's how it's pronounced. According to the AI.
So Derek, sound like you're right.
Derek is right and Hake is wrong.
Derek said it's fine either way.
No.
Thank you, Derek.
No.
And the white man said no. He's back. So bass or bass?
Bass.
Bass Reeves. And Bass Reeves was born in 1838 to 1910. 1838 to 1910. And Bass was born enslaved in Arkansas. He escaped during the Civil War and in 1875 became one of the first black deputy U.S. Marshals. West of the Mississippi, served in Indian Territory for over 3 decades. This is from Jerry Skinner.
This is Deputy United States Marshal Bass Reeves. Bass was born a slave belonging to William Reeves' son. Reeves was a wealthy plantation owner and politician in Crawford County, Arkansas, and Grayson County, Texas. Bass's daughter Sally said years later that her dad was born in Lamar County, Texas. But regardless, raised as a slave, Bass took his last name from his owner's family name, Reeves, and his first name, Bass, from his granddad, Bass Washington. Working the fields along with his parents, Bass, as a youngster, served as a water boy and a field hand. Later, he would serve as a valet to William Reeves' son, George.
Amazing. And what I really want you to notice and realize that, see how black people coming out of situations and they were not victims, and they were not blaming, and they were not mad at the white man, and they were not begging for welfare, affirmative action, DEI. They did not hate the white man. I want you to at least pay attention to that. And this guy, Jerry Skinner, he said bass. And he did not say bass.
The AI says it is incredibly common for modern narrators, video essayists, and automated text-to-speech programs to mistakenly say bass like the fish, simply because they see the spelling and assume literal pronunciation.
Hey, I don't know nothing.
You see that guitar right there?
Right.
It's spelled the same way, but it's pronounced bass, I think, right?
It's a bass guitar.
Yeah.
But all guitars are not bass.
That's pronounced B-A. I mean, that's spelled B-A-S-E.
And Darren is telling me in my ear that white people could be wrong too.
I know. I was wrong just earlier, and I pronounced it bass all this time. But the historical record, leading experts on the lawman, biographer Art T. Burton, author of Black Gun, Silver Star, explicitly clarify his name is pronounced like bass.
And so Darren said, white people could be wrong too. Breaking news. White people could be wrong too. May should be happy to hear that.
True.
Breaking news. And so he was a cowboy. He came out a slave. When I saw the cotton field out there, all these little black people in the cotton field look like me and my family. I see my family out there. Rumor circulated that Reeves gained his freedom from beating up a Confederate colonel, but it's been said that that's not true. Watch this.
In 1863, George Reeves was appointed as a Confederate officer in the 11th Texas Cavalry during the Civil War. There are different stories how Bass gained his freedom. One such story says that he got into it with George over a gambling dispute and beat him up and run away. Seems unlikely to beat up a Confederate colonel during the middle of a war and get away with it. More likely, Bass heard of the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing blacks in certain states and giving them safe haven. At any rate, he headed for Indian Territory, now Oklahoma, where blacks were accepted among the tribes. He managed to pick up enough of their language and customs to get by. In 1864, Bass met Nellie Jenny from Texas. They'll marry and move to Van Buren, Arkansas, where Bass will eventually purchase a farm where he'll become a hard-working, successful farmer.
See there? That's how they were doing it when I was growing up. They weren't begging and hating the white man. They weren't crying racism and slavery holding me back. The man bought a farm. He became a police officer. A marshal. He was enslaved. Stop listening to these lying black people and liberal whites telling you that the black man can't make it. It wasn't always that way, folks. They're using the blacks now for personal gain. It's about self. They don't want the blacks to know that you can make it. Whatever making it life is for you, you can do it. They need them to be weak, pathetic. You hear that? They got from slavery, went over yonder to Arkansas and found an Indian girl and had some half-breed kids. That's all I ever heard. The United States Marshal hired Reeves to go into Indian Territory because of his knowledge of the land and tribal customs.
That year in December, Bass and Nellie will have their first child, Sarah, they call Sally. United States Deputy Marshals, working for Federal Judge William Story, would sometimes hire Bass to go with them into Indian Territory. They knew his knowledge of the land and tribal customs would be an asset. They soon learned that he was an honest and honorable man. His friends would sometimes ask Reeves, "Why would you help the marshals?" He said more than once that he believed in law and order. Without it, folks would have no peace and no freedom from harm. In 1875, The Indian Territory had become so lawless under federal Judge William Story that the judge and several federal marshals was facing impeachment for corruption.
Amazing. I rest my case. I love these stories because it's more proof that you've been lied to. White people, you are not to blame for the black losers, the ones who are complaining. Not all are complaining, but those who are and begging for DEI and I can't make it, you held me back. Reeves patrolled the dangerous Indian Territory, now known as Oklahoma.
President Ulysses S. Grant appointed federal judge Isaac Charles Parker. President Grant was so determined to clean up the Indian Territory that he gave Judge Parker almost dictatorial powers. During his tenure, he will sentence 160 people to death. And for the first 14 years, the condemned had no rights for appeal, earning Judge Parker the name of the Hanging Judge. On May the 10th, 1875, Judge Parker appointed James F. Fagan, federal marshal, with power to hire 200 deputy marshals to tame the 75,000 square miles of Indian Territory. Judge Parker also ordered Marshal Fagan to hire 20 black deputy marshals. Bass Reeves was among the first to be hired from recommendations of marshals that he had worked for. Marshal Bass Reeves will serve as U.S. Deputy Marshal for 32 years. From 1875 until 1907, 120 U.S. Deputy Marshals lost their life enforcing the law in Indian Territory. Indian Territory was the most dangerous place for deputies in the entire nation.
Amazing. And last but not least, Reeves retired in 1907 and passed away in 1910.
Deputy U.S. Marshal Bass Reeves retired with 32 years service at the age of 69. He was the only deputy marshal to start with Judge Parker and continue until statehood. When Bass retired in 1907 in Muskogee, his 87-year-old mother was still alive and living in Fort Smith. Marshal Reeves made over 3,000 criminal arrests during his tenure. He was hit over the head, shot at from ambush, bullets tore through his hat, his coat, and cut in the reins out of his hands. But he was never hit. In the commission of his duties, he killed 14 men in gunfights in the process of making an arrest, always given a chance to surrender. He was reported to be polite, with the mannerisms of still being a slave, but having the power and authority of the federal court behind him, with the power to arrest white, black, and Indians alike. He will serve 2 years with the Muskogee Police Department before his health begins to decline.
Amazing. Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. Amazing. Now, that's the way it was. You don't hear these men, oh, racism, this and slavery, that. Men at work, leading the way. Black and white together. Back in the 1800s, early 1900s. Congratulations. You've been lied to, and I'll be right back. Check out Punchy's Coffee. I have my own coffee now. Punchy Coffee is good. Every bag is roasted to order. Freshest flavor, top quality, specialty grade beads. Good. Every dime goes back to Bar, my nonprofit. And we are rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. So when you're drinking coffee and enjoying it, just know you're helping somebody. Amazing coffee. Punchy has his own coffee now. What the? And it's so good. All the way from the plantation to my own coffee. Who would have thought? Did that coffee come from the plantation? Did I pick my own coffee? Check it out. Go to rebuildingtheman.com, rebuildingtheman.com/stores, and get Punchy's coffee. Bass Reeves, 1838 to 1910, born and enslaved down there in Arkansas, became a sheriff. And he was highly respected. And he was black. He ended up buying a farmland. And he was a sheriff, highly respected, killing Indians and white people. A hard-working man. And just think about this, folks. In the late 1800s to the early 1900s, and you have black people today in 2026 talking about they can't make it because of slavery, because of Jim Crow, because of the white man. And white people are falling for the lie. You didn't hear those men talking about racism and all that. No isms. They were leading the way as men. This guy was born into slavery. Remind me of Booker T. Washington. Amazing, huh? George Washington Carver. And when I was growing up, you didn't hear no word racism and some man can hold you back. Common sense people know no one can hold you back in life. That's a lie. Bass Reeves became a deputy U.S. Marshal for 32 years until he retired. And they would look for him to work for them. Even the president, white. You've been lied to, folks. I know it's hard for you to overcome the lie, but you've been lied to, blacks and whites. They are outright lying to you about racism and that somebody can control you and keep you down. Amazing. And it's all like Bass knew that God was with him and the other people recognized it too. They couldn't even kill him, according to the report. What a mess, huh? Grandpa, tell me about the good old days. The world gone crazy. That order. And you see how in those days men were leading the way, black and white. They didn't have no woman reporter. They didn't have women leading the way. And things were just fine. They were being worked out. That's gone now. I want my country back. It's not coming back, but So, divorce the world and live your life and be the light. Be the light, men and women. drop your anger and be the light. That's what you were created for. To be the light of the world. So drop your anger. Don't let anyone convince you that anger is good. Anger is evil. There's no good in anger. That's why there's no good in human nature. A human being would do what seemed to be good, but they're still evil, and they're doing what look like is good so they can think of themselves, and so you can think of them as good. It's all a thrill. It is bad now, and it's going to get worse. KTLA is reporting, LA is reporting that the family of a 23-year-old man who was shot and killed by San Bernardino County Sheriff. San Bernardino is in in California. San Bernardino County Sheriff Deputy earlier this year has filed a federal civil lawsuit against the department. Watch this. Am I wrong?
Hi, Sharon Micah. Yeah, this family is demanding justice, saying that their family member, a 23-year-old man, was unarmed and should still be here today.
If anyone other than a police officer showed up at a shopping plaza and shot someone 20 times who was unarmed, they would be immediately jailed, immediately charged with murder with no bail.
Outside the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department, the family of Jaque Rabon and their attorney announcing a federal civil rights lawsuit against the department after the 23-year-old was shot and killed by deputies back in January.
We're asking for full accountability, full transparency.
Rabon, his mom says, was an aspiring rapper.
Jaque was a giver.
Oh, Lord.
Jaque was our supporter.
The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department released this critical incident video last month explaining their version of what happened. Authorities say a 911 caller claimed that Rabon threatened them and that he possibly was wanted and armed. Authorities say he had a no-bail warrant connected to a case involving robbery and assault, which is why a specialized team was deployed. On January 22nd, authorities attempted to arrest Rabon in the parking lot of a Riverside shopping center.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! Get up! Get up!
Rabon leads them on a chase through the parking lot. Within seconds, you hear 3 gunshots. Shortly after that, there are several more. We paused the video as deputies fire the fatal shots.
So why was the good aspiring and giver rapper running, if that's true? With a rap sheet, they say, if that's true. He was good. He was an aspiring rapper. He was such a good boy. We want full accountability. But how about for Ray? If that's true, he was on the run. One thing for sure, according to the report, Bass Reeves was no Ray. Ray was no Bass Reeves. The video shows a 23-year-old man leading deputies on a chase through the parking lot.
The Sheriff's Department saying that during the chase, Rabon reached for his bag, and despite commands from one deputy to stop. At one point, he appears to look back while his right hand is concealed. The first gunshots go off, and a still shot from the department shows a black object in his hand. Authorities say after the first round of gunshots, Rabon fell and continued to reach for the bag and, quote, manipulate it before a barrage of gunfire.
You can't shoot someone for having a bag or reaching into a bag.
Rabon ultimately was found not to have a weapon on him. In a statement, the Sheriff's Department deferred to the video and says in part, the Department of Justice assumed the investigation at the time the deputy involved shooting occurred. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department has cooperated fully with the DOJ's investigation, which included providing all evidence and video.
Amazing. He was so good. He was a good child, a good baby. He was just on the run. He was playing. What the? We want a full investigation. Do you have it now?
The
What?
I believe that lawyer is mistaken or wrong or deceptive. He said you can't shoot someone for reaching into a bag. But I think you can shoot a guy if you reasonably believe that the guy has a gun in that bag.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Especially a police officer chasing him.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a criminal record, if that's true. This lawyer didn't want money. This lawyer don't care. I don't know about this lawyer, but I'm saying lawyer can't be trusted like this.
Yeah. They tie the hands of the police like crazy.
And they love it. Where is Bass Reeves when you need him?
Bass Reeves.
Whatever. Amazing, huh? Remember when police officers were respected? And you were glad to see them? You felt safer around them before they were made out to be criminals and racists and brutality? Just like they lied about racism back in the good old days, they're lying about the cops today to control you for personal gain. Amazing. I got good news for you. I have really good news for you. Remember I said you should thank God when you wake up every morning. Thank you, God. And then thank you, Donald Trump. Thank you, Mr. President. The president is doing all that he can do to make America great again. I've never seen it before in my whole lifetime. Well, remember how concerned he was about the voting thing? Because I don't think that not one human being think or know that the voting system is all screwed up now. And it doesn't work. To the point that I hear a lot of people say now that they're not even going to bother voting because the government going to put in who they want anyway. I remember years ago, we were protesting too, fighting out there, and we protested that a marriage between a man and a woman, one man, one woman, that didn't even, it passed, but they didn't even enforce it. The court said, no, we're not going to enforce that. Thank God for the great white hope. Instead of hating the man, whatever party you belong to, you should be appreciating Donald Trump. And he's fighting to clean up the voting mess so we can vote in the right people. The men that's going to do what they say they're going to do. Meaning what's good for the country. BBC News, the Supreme Court is clearing the way for President Trump to move forward with the key position of his executive order involving mail-in voting, ABC News.
We'll get to all that, but we begin with breaking news. The Supreme Court is clearing the way for President Trump to move forward with key portions of his executive order involving mail-in voting.
Andrew, this was a 6-3 decision by the Supreme Court, with the conservative justices voting in President Trump's favor to allow him now to begin to implement some key portions of that March 2026 executive order that imposed some new regulations around mail-in voting in the United States just now ahead of the November elections. This was an executive order that was challenged by a coalition of Democratic-led states. What are those policies? The president, with his executive order, is now going to be allowed to direct the Department of Homeland Security to compile a citizenship list, a federal citizenship list, and to distribute it to the states, to also then direct the Attorney General to prosecute any state and any state official that would happen to give a mail-in ballot to someone who is not on those citizenship lists, and to work with the U.S. Postal Service to come up with new standardized regulations for mail-in ballots, barcodes, size provisions, that sort of thing.
Amazing. Thank you, Mr. President. I appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. President. Making America great again. And watch how the liberals, the Democrats, and maybe even some writers, oh, you're suppressing the black vote. Oh, the black people can't go down to the DMV and get an ID. You're suppressing them. They don't have sense enough to get an ID. How are they supposed to vote when they don't have sense enough to go down to the DMV and get an ID, even though somebody will pick them up and take them there? Thank you, Mr. President, for working so hard to clean up this mess with the time that you have as president. And you can't stop him. President Trump is doing the if like no one else I ever see except Jesus. He's doing the if. And if you do the if, you become a man, my son. You become a woman, my daughter. But you got to do the if. Don't give up. Don't cry. Stay with it. They are doing everything. They're throwing all kind of names. They call them a rapist. They call them just all kinds of things. And then they try to stop him on every level. They can't do it. Greater is he that's in you than he that's in the world. You have men and women, you have a great power inside of you and don't even know it because you won't tap in. You won't live from within. You are afraid. You are protecting a false self, your fears, your emotions, your thoughts, your future, your past, your ambitions, your wants. You are protecting the wrong thing, so you're never going to experience the greater is he that's in you as an individual. Thank you, Mr. President. I do appreciate it. And in spite of the people that voted for him, they were loving the president, they have turned on him. That doesn't even stop him. He just stays with it. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. They're having this situation in Iran. And even the Iranians trying to, according to the report, hold the situation, keep the situation going until November because they want Donald Trump out of there. And according to the report, they're saying, well, if the president don't get this situation resolved by November, the people are going to vote him out and vote in a loser that they can control. Iranian people can't control because they truly cannot control Donald Trump. And so the people saying, Mr. Trump, Mr. President, you better stop. Elections are coming up. You better do something. They're going to use the economy against you. They're going to mention talking about a war in Iran. There's no war in Iran. What the? And so they got the Iranians and everybody fighting against the president. But he's not stopping. That same if is inside of you. The greater is he that's in you than he that's in others. But you won't let it happen. You give in to what other people think or feel or say, or others who are trying to hurt you. Can you be any dumber than that? Why do you care or think about dumb, evil people and what they think about you? They need a thrill, and they call that life, and you're adding to their thrill. Donald Trump doesn't care about that one iota. They're like, oh, he's so rich now. He's gotten richer as president. He's always been rich. If you're already rich, you know how to get richer, become richer. If you poor, you don't know how to become rich. What's up? Amazing. Thank you, Mr. President. Super, super. Super chat.
Super chats.
Amazing.
Lin Yan Chin says, Jesse, before you, I thought female gain madness via educated intellectuals, males, but seems female are the ones who taught them to be ruled by impulses as wet sacks of chemistry.
Explain that.
He thought that women were deceived by men. And that's how they went crazy. But actually, they're the ones who taught them to be ruled as impulses.
Yeah, that's been known forever because growing up, when I was growing up, men were not impulsive, emotional males. But when they had the so-called women's right thing, and they started saying that, I can hear Oprah saying it now, men need to be emotional. Men, it's hard to be a man because men are not allowed to express their emotions. And so it was definitely taught by females and their mothers, which means same female, but by their mothers and other females that men are supposed to be like women. Absolutely. Thank you. That's amazing.
Lin Yan Shen says, with all their baby sacrifice, now I see why my instinct is to feel safer with the lesbian than the normal pretty. Was right. Now we know why so-and-so dancing with a lesbian. Watermelon, dancing gal, dancing guy, dancing white gal, dancing black gal, watermelon, dancing white gal.
Amazing. What a mess, huh? Thank you.
Lin Yan Chin, Mama told me not to donate because you evil. Then she aborted me. I dare.
Mama told me there'll be days like this.
Oh,
there'll be days like that. My mama said.
Oh, woo. Chopstick ghost emoji.
Thank you. Amazing.
The great American intactivist, J.C. My mom is angry at me. I don't want to circumcise my child, yet she is overstepping me and my wife's boundaries and demanding I do this. Says...
Don't tell your mama to get back. Give your mama the finger. That's your child. Your mama shouldn't even be involved with your child at all. Amazing. Don't be angry at her, but give her the finger. And you take care of your child. Tell your mama how the cow ate the cabbage. Amazing. Thank you.
Caller is exhausting. Frowny, sad face, forlorn. Bye-bye, says C-Bill.
Thank you, C-Bill. Appreciate it.
And we'll have to read the rest of these later, y'all.
Amazing. Thank you. I can't believe this hour gone. Is that true? The hate news, not the fake news. 1 more hour to go. Back in a moment. Straight to your calls. Anytime you have situations happening in your life, always be still. Don't overreact. Most of the people that I know, they say, oh, I know Jesus. I love Jesus. I'm an observer. And as soon as something don't go their way, they get mad. I'm like, what the? If you overreact, folks, remember to do that. Don't overreact. And when you get mad, it's your problem. It ain't your wife's problem, your husband's problem, your neighbor, your friend, your preacher, your teacher. It's your problem. Why you think you tick? It didn't go your way or the way you think it should go. Don't have a way you think it should go. Let life just happen. Thoughts make you think that life should go the way you want it to go. And if it doesn't, if someone don't do or say or act the way you think they should act, you hate them. And then you blame them for being mad. It's the darndest thing I ever seen. But it's amazing to see it. So relax.
There's a whole lot of mess going on in this here world. Am I right or am I right? I'm right. This is the end of hour 2 of the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. It is Country and Western Tuesday, the 25th of August. Happy Men's History Month, AD 2026. And JLP will be right back to your calls. There's one line open. Hang on, callers. Jesse Lee will be right back. 888-77-JESSE, 888-775-3773. There is no I in Jesse, by the way. Jesse. And we'll get to more of your super chats, many more to get to, all right? And more great stories, I do believe. But it is hake news, not fake news. After the Jesse Lee Peterson Show, no hake report. I'm out still. I'm here, but I'm still out. American Anchor Baby live right after JLP in the hake slot, not the fake slot. Catch it. American Anchor Baby on YouTube and Rumble. Also on Linktree. linktr.ee/Anchor Baby. All one word. Nice. Georgia voters, according to CNN, Commie Nonsense Network, will cast their ballots today in a special election that will further narrow Republicans' already slim majority in the House. Democrats Marcy, with an E at the end after the Y. Marcy Scott, pardon me if I'm butchering, I guess, her name, and Everton Blair vying to serve out the term of Scott's father, the late Representative David Scott, who died in April. Separately, Republican voters in South Carolina will decide a closely watched Senate runoff between Senatoress Darlene Graham and Representative Ralph Norman. Darlene is spelled D-A-R-L-I-N-E, and Ralph Norman, not to be confused with Ralph Northam. Darlene Graham, was appointed to fill in her brother's seat, Senator Lindsey Graham, the late, great Senator Lindsey Graham, a titan of men's history, who died in July. She has our greatest president, Donald J. Trump's endorsement. The winner will face Democrat Annie Andrews in November. A bright spot for young Americans. Millions across the United States, according to Commie Nonsense Network, right? This is a credit check. Hurting, supposedly, from high prices and low hiring. You heard them griping about it just last week, it feels like. Was it last week or 2 weeks ago? On the Jesse Lee Peterson Show. New research suggests finances of younger generations are displaying surprising resilience at a high level. Americans between the ages of 18 and 29 have higher credit scores today than they did just before the China virus, COVID-19, according to FICO research shared first with Commie Nonsense. The average score has jumped 17 points since 2019, biggest gain of any age group measured. Millennials saw the second largest increase. Experts say younger Americans may be benefiting from better financial education, including an earlier understanding that a good credit score can make big purchases cheaper down the road. And Target saying, sorry, what a mess. And more people are emerging from New York City manholes. Target apologized for this children's Halloween costume. It had a big old grin on it, and it's like it had a black kid in it. The retailer pulled a Halloween costume from sale that critics, you really want to listen to critics, said evoked racist imagery. Apologized Monday, according to Reuters. They pulled a Halloween costume for sale depicting a so-called circus clown that critics said evoked blackface and minstrel shows, as if that's so bad. Kids glow under black light. Circus clown Halloween costume is the name of it. Glows under kids, with an apostrophe after kids, glows under black light. Circus clown Halloween costume. Look it up. It was cute, although slightly disturbing. Halloween is evil, right? I don't know. I'm James Ake.
got to stand up strong, face the truth about themselves, to understand what's been wrong. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way. I know we can find a way to stand up, stand up, stand up.
Uniting the races with truth instead of dividing them with lies. We're also rebuilding the family by rebuilding the man. I am Jesse Lee Peterson. Good morning, and how y'all? You can get involved by calling 888-7753-773, 888-77-JESSE. And my biblical question, Jesse, no I, Jesse. My biblical question, what do you possess? What do you possess? What? I want to know. Don't you want to know? What do I possess? Know thyself. We have every way that you can watch and support the show listed on jesseleepeterson.com/show, jesseleepeterson.com/show. And if you're out and about and running around and sleepy or not sleepy, yarning or not yarning, you can podcast the show and still listen on your phone by calling the listen line on TalkStream Live at 605-615-4131. That's 605-615-4131. And to donate and have your comments read out loud, go buy me a coffee. Buy me, and we got to get some more super chats here, but buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk. Buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk or Bond JLP Cash App. Bond JLP Cash App. It is Tuesday. Again. And every Tuesday is Country and Western Tuesday. Bring back, oh, bring back my country to me. Bring back my country to me. Who let the dogs out? Amazing. It is amazing how life really is in comparison to the illusion of life. It is really, really amazing. 888-77-JESSE. Let me go to first time call out of Florida, Todd. Todd, you are on the air.
What's up, Jesse? How you doing?
All is well, Todd.
Yes, sir. I just had a question. I'm just graduating college now at the age of 22 from computer science.
Speak up a little bit.
I said, I'm 22 right now, graduating from the University of Florida for computer science.
Uh-huh.
And I just had a question about marriage. So
Okay.
I'm currently in a relationship with somebody. And we've been on and off for a few years. But I do like her. However, I'm trying to logically think out how I benefit in marriage, or how does the provider in general will benefit from marriage. Because logically, I don't really see a benefit. She's trying to tell me that she can be my finance manager, but I can just simply pay someone to do that. or she's trying to tell me that she would be emotionally supportive, but I think that I can emotionally support myself. So I'm just trying to get some clarity on where will I benefit in the marriage. I don't really see a benefit for myself.
And I want to get to, and I will get to that question, but if you've been off and on with her for how long?
About a year and a half.
And what do you, and we define, or what do you mean by off and on? Give me an example.
It would have been me. I would say I initiated it every time, probably. She'd just do something not really crazy, but I guess just get too annoying for me. And I'll just take a break, like a week break from texting her, a week break from just communicating with her, and then just pop up out of nowhere. So I guess it's a toxic trait from myself.
And she will become, can you give me an example, that, if it's not too personal, but give me an example of what she would do that would cause you to not want to be bothered with her?
I don't know, Jesse. Whenever you're dating somebody and this idea, like asking about their day or asking what's for dinner, like following the script, and it's like, I know exactly what you're going to say. I don't really see a benefit of even speaking to each other. We can literally just sit in a room and be calm and be happy with each other. But she just, I don't know, it's just really annoying to me. But I try to see through it and be like, oh, maybe it's just women, and I just have to deal with it if I like women. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Why would you even consider marrying someone that you're already having these kind of problem with before marriage?
Good question. I kind of just thought it was women in general, not really thinking, I guess, much of women.
It is women, and that is the nature of a female. And that's why you date, so you can see if this is the right one or not. And you're seeing already how you think about her and what she's like, and it's not fitting in or matching to what you want. Why would you even consider marrying her?
She's not a bad individual. She's not a bad person. She doesn't have malicious intent to harm me or anybody, to my knowledge.
But you already see that she's problem for you, and you're so young. Why would you go? What is making you think that it's going to get better?
I guess I don't know. I guess I have no clue, honestly.
I'm sorry?
I have no clue, honestly. I guess I'm just hopeful wishing.
And has hopeful wishing ever made anything better?
No.
So why would you go with that?
I don't know, Jesse. I guess I just feeding into the delusion of romance.
100%. You listen to the thoughts of lies, which is of the devil, and those thoughts are telling you the same thing it tells every man and every woman, that it'll get better. She would change, or it tells the woman he would change, or you can change him. And you end up getting married, and you fight until the marriage ends or something happens, is over or whatever. But it's not going to get better. You're going to marry right into hell, and the two of you will fight. Two devils will get together because you already see all these things you don't like about her and agree with her about, but you're letting the thoughts and then the upbringing, the society lied to us about it's going to get better, or she would change, or the devil tell her he would change. I can make him better. It's all lies. What you're seeing is what you're getting. And the only reason for marriage, there's only one reason to get married. It's to have children. It's not for love. It's not because you don't want to die alone. It's not for anything but for children.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And so, it have you been honest with her about how she gets on your nerve and you want her to stop doing this mess?
Yeah, man. I tell her. Honestly, I tell her to her face that she's annoying. She just giggles and like I don't know if she thinks that's cute or whatever. I really don't know what goes on between her Ed, but I tell her. I try to be honest.
Good. Well, she's not. She's already showing that she's not going to obey you. Why would you marry a woman that you already know is not going to obey you? If she's not listening to you now and taking correction, what makes you think she's going to take it when you get married?
I guess I said earlier the hopeful wishing.
Yeah. Well, I would drop all that. This is not for you. And you're too young anyway to be thinking about marriage right now. Anyway, you just finished college. Go work on your spiritual life and your physical life. Get your career going. But don't even look for a woman. Don't want one. It doesn't mean you don't deal with them, but don't want a wife. If it's meant for you to have one, the Spirit of truth will put one in your life. I was engaged twice, and thank God He allowed me to see before marriage that it's the wrong one. Don't do it.
Yeah.
You're seeing that this is the wrong one, but you're going with the thoughts, not knowing that all thoughts are all lies all the time, and the training that society and your family have told you, even though their marriages are not working, they're giving you bad advice, and you're going to end up having the same life that they have, a miserable life.
Yeah, I did grow up with a single mother, so that does play a role in how I see love, I guess, or how I seen love when I was younger.
Yep.
So
that
makes a lot of sense.
Have you heard me say to work on your life, your spiritual life?
Yes, I heard you.
Have you gone and forgiven your mother?
Yeah. I forgive her.
You told her?
Do I what?
Have you told your mother that?
Yeah. I told her that I love her and I forgive you for anything that has happened in the childhood.
What did you say to your mother exactly when you went to forgive her?
We sat down and I said, "Hey, Mom, can I speak to you?" She said, "Sure." I said, "I know that we had our issues in our childhood, or in my childhood, when you and I were younger, when you were single and didn't have anybody. And I know there was some not so morally correct things that you may have done, but I'm not upset about it, and I'm not angry about it, and I still love you as your son." Exactly how the conversation went, and she gave me a hug and started crying.
You have not forgiven her. You tiptoed around her, and you lied to her. You hate her, and it's not until you truly see that you're wrong for being angry and that she can help herself, and you go to her and say, "You know what? I was angry at you. I resented you. Now I understand you can help yourself, and so I'm sorry for resenting you." You don't love your mother. You're trying to be honest with her while still trying to appease her, trying to make her feel good. That's not forgiveness, man. That's what you're doing with this gal you're with now. You're tiptoeing. You need to go and forgive your mother for screwing up your life and rebuilding you in her image, because whatever you did as a child and growing up, it was because of her. You had become like her. You had her spirit. And now that you're older, you understand that she couldn't help herself and you're wrong for being angry. You apologize for resenting her, but you can't say you love her. You don't love and hate. But you will love her when you truly forgive her. And it won't be your love. It'll be God's love working through you to love her, which is the proper love, the right love. But you tiptoed around her. Why you tiptoed, Todd?
I didn't feel like I tiptoed.
Yeah, you said you love her. You hate her. How you going to love her?
I don't know, man. Still trying to figure it out, honestly.
I understand. That's why I'm pointing you toward the right way. You see that what your mother done to you, and she was wrong. And you don't hold her any apology about what you did growing up. You can help yourself. You became like, she was your image, and you became like your image. And because that's what happens when you hate, when you're angry, you become like what you're angry or whom you're angry at. And now you realize she couldn't help it. Her mother did it to her. And you forgive her, and God will forgive you. Then you're going to love all people, even your enemy, with the right love. You won't hate anyone. You'll speak up, but you won't resent. You got to go back to the drawing table, man.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. I'm lost for words.
And why are you lost for words? What do you mean?
Just about you saying that I don't forgive her. It's making me think.
Yeah.
Like, do I not forgive her? Really?
Look how
thinking about what you said.
Look how she still imposed on your life now, and you're not able to say no when you want to.
Can you say that one more time?
Look how she still interfere with your life now. Now that you call yourself have gone and forgiven her, she still interfere with your life, and you're not able to tell her to back off.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Because you have not forgiven her. Once you forgive your mother, God's going to separate you from her, and you'll become you. You'll start to remember who you are, not this emotional, uncertain, afraid person. You got to remember who you really are, and you will be able to become you, and you're going to have real life where you're being you. You won't be afraid of anyone, and you won't resent anyone, but you will speak up for yourself.
Appreciate that, Jesse.
And this gal you with now is just like your mama. You about to make the same mistake your daddy.
That's what I'm about to ask.
Huh?
That's all I'm about to ask. You saying my mom was like that with my father?
Yeah,
most likely?
your mama, you about to marry this gal that's just like your mama and go through the same hell your mama put your daddy through. Because
I never even seen that side of her. That's the crazy part.
But
like
your
that.
daddy
You
have.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. Dang.
And you have too, you just don't recognize it, but you will.
Yeah, I didn't think about it from that point of view. But yeah, I can definitely see it. The non-accountability, the not really caring about boundaries.
Yeah. Just like this gal you were. You got some work to do, buddy. Your work cut out. You got to face your mother and truly forgive her. And don't even think about how she's going to react to it. If she cries, she's lying. But forgive her. Mother, I am sorry for resenting you for what you've done to me. I know now you can help yourself. And then however she reacts, that's on her. But you will love her with real love and not emotional love. Emotional love is not love, that's hate. And that's why this gal you with now, you like her, which feel like love, and then if she does stupid stuff, you hate her. And then you hate her, love her, and then you hate her. Both are hatred, but you call it hate, love. And then forgive your father for not protecting you from your mother. Have you done that?
I think I have. I don't know.
Meaning what?
Well, my father passed away when I was at a young age. So it took me a couple of years to process that. I think when I was like 14, I sat down and I was angry with my father just about his lifestyle and just not helping my mom, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I'm angry with him, but I don't.
Yeah, well, good. I want you to know your father loved you. He just didn't know how to deal with the hell in your mama.
Probably.
Yeah, he loved you. He just didn't know how to deal with her because he ended up with a woman that was just like his mama, and he never overcame his mama. So he ended up with a woman that he hated because he hated mama. Every woman, if you don't forgive your mother and really truly forgive her, Todd, every woman you ever deal with is going to be your mama, and you won't be able to handle her. It's not until you forgive, and God will forgive you and change your heart, change your nature, then you won't be attracted to that kind of spirit in the woman. You will no longer be attracted to your mama.
Yeah, that makes sense. Definitely.
And so I recommend, do what you want, of course, but I recommend, you know about the silent prayer?
Yes, the silent prayer.
Have you started doing that yet?
Like going to a dark room, closing my eyes, and praying to thy Father?
No. What you are, but you're not praying with word. You're being still and letting God, the truth, catch up with you. Go to rebuildingtheman.com/silent prayer.
Okay.
And start doing that every morning, every night before bed. And then during the day, too, practice being present. And face your mother. Forgive her. Don't ask for forgiveness. Don't be lying and saying, I love you. You don't. You just forgive her. Don't ask her for forgiveness at all. God will forgive you as you are forgiving her. And he's going to change your heart. Fear and everything will disappear and you'll be fine.
Appreciate that, Jesse.
And this gal that you're with, do what you want, of course, but I would recommend you dump her. And right now, just work on your spiritual life and don't look for a woman, don't want one, only want what's right first. There's a law that says, and nothing else going to work unless you keep this law, to love God with all your heart, soul, and might, along with nobody else or nothing else, and to love your enemy. And when you do that, your life will work naturally. And if you do get married, it's going to be with someone that you don't even have to work on the relationship. It is abnormal and wrong for a man and a woman to have to work on a relationship. If it's meant to be, it will happen naturally without you trying to make it work at all.
Did you say it's wrong to try to make a relationship work?
100% wrong.
Okay.
I'll go as far as to say it's evil to try to make any relationship work because you're playing God and you can't make anything work. You can't make it happen. Either it happens naturally or it doesn't. And whatever the Spirit of the truth put into your life, it works naturally. You don't have to be ambitious. You don't have to be all this and that. It will happen naturally for you.
Okay.
So do the silent prayer and see for yourself that you have to truly forgive your mother. Face her, forgive her, and then go live your life.
I'm going to go do that, Jesse. I'm going to look into the silent prayer.
Yeah, rebuildingtheman.com/silent prayer.
Okay. I appreciate that, Jesse. Appreciate the whole conversation.
And let me know how it goes.
Definitely. All right, Jesse.
All right, buddy. Amazing.
All right. Amazing.
All right, take care. Amazing. Super.
Super chat.
Super
chats.
Over on YouTube, Lin Yan Chin says, Joseph out of New Jersey, stop the schwa, also known as inhaling vowels down your throat. Drop the flap T from your speech so the letter T is no synonym for D.
What?
Like water, Satan. It's Satan.
Oh, so Lin Chin was paying attention to all that?
Yeah.
What?
He likes pronunciation proper.
Oh, yeah. Is he black or white?
He's black, white as in Canadian, and Asian. He's Jamaican and Asian. I forget which Asian. And then he's from Canada. So he has proper English.
So I'm a little confused. You say he was black, but then you say he is Canadian and something else.
And Asian. He's black and Asian, but he grew up in Canada.
Oh, but so he's black and Asian.
Right.
But so he's not white.
Correct.
Oh, I see. He just have proper English.
That's the manner of speaking that I meant.
He's like you when it comes to speaking properly.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Traumatizing the rest of us.
Thank you, Lynn and Chin.
The Hake Report.
Amazing.
Gives the cookie saying, hey, y'all. Hopefully see you later this week.
Right on. Thank you. Amazing. Who did that?
Hake.
Oh, Hake. Well,
Alpha. No Hake today.
Oh, yeah. Alpha, all right. Amazing.
Waylon, Rumble Rant. Waylon, great calls today, Jesse. Answered a lot of questions I've had a lot of times. Here's one that I wonder about. How should someone like John Merrick, the Elephant Man, live his life? Remember the Elephant Man?
First of all, thank you. You stay with it. Everybody has the same problem. Really. Everyone going through the same thing. Everyone. But because we're so divided within, you think you're different, right? Everybody think they have, I have a different problem. My problem worse than yours. It's all the same. So stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. And who is the person?
The Elephant Man, John Merrick.
I remember that movie, Elephant Man.
That was a 1980 film, and I remember hearing about it as a kid. But Joseph Carey... Did I say John Merrick? Yeah. Anyway, Joseph Carey Merrick, 1862 to 1890, died at the tender age of 27 years old, had severe... a British man with severe deformities known as the Elephant Man. He was in the freak shows.
Yeah.
And he had a crazy face.
And what about him?
How should a man like him live his life?
In the same way that a man that doesn't have an elephant head live their life. With love. Love what's right and love your enemy. Really. It doesn't matter the body. The body is just the body, and you're not your body. It's the heart. Amazing. Thank you, though. Amazing.
Thanks, Waylon.
Yeah.
Tay. Glad Hake is back to read my super chats. Salute emoji.
Hey, Tay.
Self-realization guy.
I hope you're well, Tay.
I think he's the one from Asia, right?
Yeah.
I see Jesse catching those thoughts during stream, laughing with tears.
Catching my thought, letting them go, turning my cheek for the sake of the show. Amazing. Thank you.
Jim in Alaska sent 10 Jesse Lee Peterson gift memberships.
Thank you, Jim. Amazing, Jim. I really appreciate your support. Thank you.
Fazul, welcome back. Hey, God bless. Stay well. Peace.
In the Middle East, thank you. He is back. At least halfway back. He's not show back yet. Amazing.
Thank you, Fazul. Walking Roscoe, Uncle Jesse, what does it mean to leave your cup empty or half full? I simply do not know what that means. Great to see Jim back on the air. Love y'all, Rich in Germany.
Amazing. Thank you, Rich. It means don't hold on to knowledge. Don't hold on to wisdom. Don't hold on to anything. Don't hold on to anything. Leave your glass empty, half empty, so that understanding can continue to come. But don't hold on to it, because when understanding comes, you have it without even thinking about it. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. Amazing.
Self-realization, Tay. Ah, man, I love Jesse. Laughing with tears and heart.
Amazing. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, Tay.
Thinking.
And I heard Tay met someone over there in Asia.
Oh, really?
That listened to the show.
Nice.
I think my producer told me that, or somebody.
Right on.
Amazing.
I'll have to read Eric, Sion, and the rest of y'all's later. We'll have to...
Amazing.
Nice.
Let me take a quick break. When I come back, your phone calls and super chats. Back in a moment.
Scratch-offs on pilled.net.
Scratch-off on pills.net. Thank you.
You know, I'm 32 years old now, and I've been clinically depressed since I was 17 years old. And ever since I started listening to you a couple of months ago, bro, I don't even need to hear the word depression. I don't even care about that because that's not anything that I identify with anymore.
Nice.
I'm 100% cured. I'm 100% better because I've been listening to the Jesse Lee Peterson show, and I can't even begin to tell you how much I appreciate you. And I just can't even, begin to tell you how much I really appreciate the things that you're doing for young men. Young men need to hear this, and young men need to know this message that you're delivering because it's important. It's vital to their lives, Jesse. I just wanted to let you know that, man.
That's amazing. I mean, you made my day, man. When I hear one soul has returned to the Father, it's like 1,000. It's better than silver and gold. So God bless you, man. Okay, welcome back. Couple announcement. No hate report today. He's back. He's gradually coming back, but not for the show yet. He's working here in the office, helping with super chats and everything else. But no hate report yet. He'll be back with a hate report soon. But don't worry. The American Anchor Baby coming up at the top of this hour. And the place of the hate report is the American Anchor Baby from 9 to 11 a.m. today. And it is amazing. The American Anchor Baby from 9 to 11. You don't want to miss it. And I do shout-outs for you, personal shout-outs, birthday shout-out, wedding shout-out, encouragement shout-outs, congratulations shout-out. Whatever the occasion is, I would do it for you. Go to Cameo, cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson, cameo.com/Jesse Lee Peterson for shout-outs. And those shout-outs are amazing. Shout out, and the people loving the shout out around the world. All right? And don't forget to like these videos, support us on social media. Like the videos. I do appreciate it. And make donations. Support us financially. We got a lot of more work to do. Y'all getting help, so help us. Go to JLPTalk.com. JLPTalk.com. Call 800-411-BOND. Make a donation there as well. Or scan the QR code. Or you can mail it in. You can scan the QR code to support Bond. Or you can mail it in. Make your check or money order out to Bond. Send it to P.O. Box 35090, LA, California, 90035. That's 35090, LA, California, 90035. And I thank you in advance. I appreciate it. Let me go to Louis, a first-time call out of Illinois. Louise, you are on the air, first-time caller.
Hey, Jesse, how's it going?
All is well, Louise.
Hey, I just want to say I'm a huge fan of your show. I've been watching it for the last 5 years. And I recently bought a bag of your Punchies coffee.
Good. What do you think?
I loved it. It was awesome. I'll definitely be ordering again.
Right on, man. Check out Punchies Coffee. I have my own coffee at jesseleepeterson.shop.com. Amazing. Thank you, Louis.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm a first-time caller. Yeah, again, I'm a huge fan of your show. You definitely opened my eyes to how a lot of people, or most people, are in a fallen state.
Yep.
And I realized that I was in a fallen state for a very long time until one day I heard you made a comment say that racism doesn't exist.
Right.
And that like shocked my world. and when you said that, Jesse, it's like my mind thought about that, and I'm like, he's totally right.
Yep.
And ever since then, I have never looked at black. I never looked at white. I never looked at brown, purple, green. Like, everyone is, it's spiritual. Like you say, it's a spiritual warfare.
100%. 100%.
And I used to be like a leftist liberal. I was brainwashed. We were all, like you say, we were all taught wrong.
Yeah.
We've taken on these false identities that aren't us, and it all stems from your mother and your father.
Yep.
And I guess my question for you is, this is my first time living alone. I moved out when I was 27, and I moved in with a roommate, and he struggled really bad with alcohol. And, luckily my father was a substance abuse counselor, and we got him help. And he's moved out now, so this is my first year living alone. And recently I've been going through a really, really bad bout of severe anxiety and fearfulness. And it's just kind of like taken over my life. And I just don't want to go back to my old life anymore. I want to be out of this fallen state.
Yeah.
And I want to live anew.
And you saying fear, fulfillment? Yeah,
fear, fear and severe anxiety.
Oh, okay. And your question for me is what?
How do I stop fearing or worrying about the next day, or what bill is going to get paid next, or I just worry about tomorrow. I live in the tomorrow, not in the present.
And where is tomorrow?
It's not here.
So how are you living in something that doesn't exist?
Yeah, that's true.
No, that was a question.
I don't. I don't have an answer for it. There is no answer.
So how are you living in tomorrow then? Why do you think you're even living in tomorrow if there is no tomorrow?
I think it's just those intrusive thoughts that take over.
100%. This I promise you. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
This I promise you, if you never thought about tomorrow or the next this or the next that, but do what you need to do today, the bill paid today, and don't think about tomorrow, you would not have fear. There would be no tomorrow, and you will be fine. It's only thought. You just believe in a thought. When you stop cooperating with thoughts, and this I promise you, all idea of fear would disappear, because fear is just a false idea. It's a false thought, which brings on false emotions and anxiety and all that. It's all an illusion that's coming from thoughts. It's not real at all.
Yeah, I'm starting to believe that now, because I do have bad days and good days.
Yeah.
And yesterday I had a really good day at work, and my coworkers are like, "Why are you so happy? We've never seen you this happy before. Like, are you taking something?" I'm like, "No, I'm starting to like come out of my old self. I don't want the stuff I wanted in my past life." And I didn't say that to them, but
good.
Internally I was thinking that.
Right on.
And like, man, we've never seen you so happy.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking about all those old videos that you would explain about how you have to go forgive your parents, and you have to just live in the moment.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to realize that Jesse, you are 100% correct on that. We've been taught wrong from day one.
I have to tell you, Louis, we have been so lied to all of our lives by our parents, by society, just our teachers. Nothing that they've told us was true. And that's why everybody is suffering in the same way. And then they make up excuses. Oh, I'm not perfect. I'm just a human. They make up excuses for the suffering because the people that lied to us about suffering made up excuses about suffering. You've been lied to. And if you stay present and not cooperate, participate with thoughts at all, you will be old thoughts, old ways, old everything will be passed away, and you will live a new life, a real life in real reality, and you'll be fine. And the way that you'll be taught would disappear, and you will have a clear mind. But you got to stay present and stop cooperating with those thoughts and anxiety, because even the anxiety is coming from a thought first. Oh, tomorrow I'm not going to be able to take care of myself. I'm on my own. Nobody love me. I'm this, I'm that. And it brings on anxiety when you believe the lie, which is not your own. It's from evil.
Oh, yeah.
All
Absolutely.
thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. If you didn't have the thoughts, you wouldn't have the fear and anxiety. So
No, absolutely.
just
100%.
watch them, but don't call them you. You can even say, I see that thought, but it's not necessary. I see those thoughts, but they're
I've been
unnecessary.
working on letting them pass.
Yes.
Which has been helping.
Yeah.
And like you said, forgiving your parents is most important. I feel like.
Have you done that?
No, I had a question about that.
You have not done that.
Not face to face, but there's one part I want to mention.
Okay.
So I was out to lunch with my mom and my sister, and I thought about what you said about forgiving your mother, and I don't know if I did it right. So I want to ask you if I did it right. I didn't directly say to her, I forgive you, but I said, Lord says to forgive all, so I forgive you. But I didn't directly say, Mom, I forgive you for turning you away from my father, which she did, or what she's done. And, back in my childhood, my parents got divorced, and me and my father did not speak for 2 years.
Wow.
And then even within those 2 years, my father would still try to reach out to me. He would try to call me and text me and say he still loved me. And I had this really just rage and bitterness and anger towards him. And the older I got, the more I realized the truth.
Yeah.
And the truth is, my mother wasn't perfect, and she lied to me about my father.
All mothers lie to children about their father. They hate their children's fathers.
And my father, he didn't protect me from my mother, and I took on my mother's identity, and I see that, because this anxiety is not from God. Because God says He gives us a spirit of courage and strength
and perfect peace
and peace. And I haven't. So again, my question.
Why did you do it the right way when you first had a chance? Why do you do it why you didn't do it?
I was, Jesse. I'm not gonna lie, Jesse. I was like you said. I was shaking in my boots. I was so afraid, and I guess something just held back in me. That fear held me back.
What a beta!
Beta.
You got to go back and face your mother, man.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely will.
And then you explain it. I mean, you tell her in just the way you just said it right now. She turned you against your father. Your mother was evil, is evil. And she couldn't help it because her mother did it to her, of course. But forgive her. I'm sorry for resenting you for what you've done. You turned me away from my father. And God will forgive you, and all those thoughts and feelings will start to disappear. Because God is not an emotional God at all. It's the devil. Emotional people are the devil, and they don't know it because the devil doesn't know he's the devil. So emotional people, whether so-called good or bad, are the devil. And so, but you got to face your mother so you can start to overcome that.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I've made women my God. I would chase women. I would go into one relationship after the other. I would let women walk all over me. I was would cow down to them. I'd let them do whatever. And I just go ahead.
And never give a girlfriend money anymore.
Oh no, I don't do that anymore. Never. Never ever.
But because of time, you got to face your mother, do the silent prayer, stay with it. And then when the thoughts come about fear and about what's going to happen, about what has happened, just let it pass because it's just a thought. It's not from you. It's not from God. It's an illusion. Don't cooperate with it at all.
Okay. Yeah, because I can feel like my heart changing. I want to change. I don't want to be in this fallen state anymore.
Right on. Well, you're on the right track because God will help those who don't want to be like they've been all their life. He will change that. And don't come up with any ideas of how you want to be. Just know you don't want to be what you've been. And don't define it how you want to be because it just become thoughts again. But you'll be fine. But you got to face your mother and do this. Have you forgiven your father?
No, not yet, but I do plan on doing that.
Why you haven't done that?
He's been having some medical issues, so he's been in the hospital.
Well, you better do it before he die.
Oh no, he's not gonna. He just had some minor procedure done, but he lives right down the road from me, so I definitely am gonna forgive him.
And why didn't you forgive him before he got with the medical problem? Oh,
because I always felt like he didn't do anything wrong to me, unlike my mother. But I realized, like you said, like he didn't protect me from.
Yeah, have a talk with him so you can forgive.
And I love my father.
Right on.
And he really loves me. And I
all
feel like
fathers love their children, and when they leave the children, it's the mother they leave. I'm sorry.
100%. All fathers do love their children.
Yeah.
And the way I treated him, all those years ago, I guess, I felt guilt because he didn't deserve the way I treated him. I was lied to, and he tried to tell me, and I didn't listen.
Yeah. Well, when you get a chance, have that conversation with him just like that.
Okay. Yeah, and my father, he's a gentle person. Like I don't fear facing him.
Right on. Yeah. You fear your mother because you resent her and you're afraid of the person that you hate.
Exactly, Jesse.
Amazing.
All
right, buddy. Let me know how it goes, but you got work to do. Face your mother.
I will, Jesse. I'm going to get that spirit of courage and overcome this. I don't want to go back to my old life anymore. I want to live anew. I want to be a spirit of God. I want to live like that.
Don't even have that on your mind either. It become a thought. All you know is I don't want to be living the way I've been living in fear and anxiety and whatever, right? I don't want to be that way anymore. But do not come up with an idea of what you want to be. And the Father will bring you back to Him, and you will remember who you are or who you were before you forgot.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I definitely want to.
You want to be different.
I do. I really do.
Right on. Amazing.
Amazing.
Well, thank you, Louis. Let me know how it goes.
I will. I'll call again. Thank you so much, Jesse.
All right, buddy. Stay with it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
I will. God bless, okay?
You too. Thank you. Let me go to first-time caller David out of New York. David, you are on the air.
Jesse, amazing.
Oh,
How's it
amazing.
going, man?
All is well, David.
Thank God, man. Hey, I was just calling in because, hey, just like all the other callers, all thoughts are all lies all the time.
Right.
We must forgive our mothers and our fathers. Just like our previous caller had problems with his mothers and father, I also had problems. But thanks to your show, I was able to forgive both of them, have a heart-to-heart conversation about all these things.
Right on.
And my main point of my phone call is that I was arrested for the first time last week. And because of your show, I was able to overcome all those thoughts. While I was in the holding cell, I had perfect peace. And honestly, never in my lifetime I ever imagined I could have such perfect peace, even in all my circumstances, right? and you're probably curious why I got arrested, right? I was basically carrying a tool that was mistaken for a weapon. It was just something I used for work to clear bushes, clear tree branches, whatever. But I was on my bike, and the police caught me, right? They put me in the holding cell, gave me a Descoparids ticket, whatever. But I had the perfect peace, and I honestly wanted to give you all the credit, Jesse. I wanted to give you the credit because your show and your church and everything you taught has helped me so much, Jesse, for real.
Well, you stay with it, David, and you make a good point in that wherever you are there, right? It's you. And so if you have perfect peace now, if you have to go to jail or anywhere, that peace is not going to change just because the body is locked in jail. You are going to still have perfect peace because you're not affected by the circumstances that are happening on the outside of you at all.
Amen to that, Jesse, for real. It's what you said earlier, right? You are not what you're going through. You are not your thoughts.
Yep.
Right? All thoughts are evil all the time. And if the devil wanted to tell me something, a lie, in the holding cell, he wanted to make me something I'm not.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I refused that. I had perfect peace. And meanwhile, right?
Amazing.
Another brother got arrested, and he was crying when he got in. He was like, oh, my life is over. Fingerprinted first time. And the other guy in the cell next to me, he was just sleeping. He was a jailbird. He got arrested every week, it looks like. He got used to it. And meanwhile, I'm in the middle there, and I have this perfect peace, right? 5 hours straight, perfect peace. And it's all thanks to you, Jesse, for real. I wanted to give you the credit this morning.
Well, David, you stay with it. Just stay with it and stay with it. You haven't seen anything yet, man, really. Just stay with it.
For real. For real. Stay with it, stay with it, stay with it.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Amazing. Thank you, David. Wow. Amazing. Take care, buddy. Amazing. It doesn't matter where your body is, folks. It's in you. Male and female. It's in you. Super. Thank you, David.
Super chats.
Super chat. That was amazing, David. Right on.
Eric, 5 coffees. Thinking requires effort. Being is effortless.
Thinking. Right on. Stay with it.
Sion, Jesse Lee Peterson, Heart, Banjo, Coffee, Cowboy, One Monkey Don't Stop No Show, DJ Speedy Gonzalez, Anchor, Triton, Columbia was covering for Haken. It was a good show. ? Exclamation mark. An evil person when they were alive suddenly dies. I call it how it is. Is that a bad thing? Some people just don't want to say anything bad thing he did or she did when they was alive. Then they die and they say nice things and don't like it when someone tells the truth knowing that person was trifling. What do you say?
When they die, that was such a good person. When in reality, you couldn't stand that person when they were alive. But for some reason, false guilt tell you got to lie now. What? No, you're right. What a mess. And yes, Hake is back, halfway back. And the Anchor Baby did an amazing job stepping in for him. Thank you, Sion. I appreciate you. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with it.
Another from Sion Hake. Sounds like he had some type of flu or something. His voice, Jesse. I don't know if you do, but don't eat from the Mexican chimichangas taco stand. Tell Hake don't eat it. Y'all will get the illegal alien disease.
I won't. Thank you for the warning. Amazing. Thank you.
Eric, your conditioning chooses toast, not you. Never take credit for anything. All thoughts are lies, all of them.
That's right. All thoughts are all lies all the time about anything. Thank you.
On Bond JLP, Cash App, Marky M, Beta Back is back. Nice to see you, Hake. Thank you, Marky.
Right on. Thank you. He's back halfway.
Lil Lemmy rated the stream on Rumble. Thank you, Lil Lemmy.
Thank you, Lil Lemmy.
Self-realization Tay, because you won't tap in. Laughing Face 100.
Amazing. Thank you.
Riley, welcome back. Hakenator.
Welcome back. Amazing. Thank you.
SLPW Faith, I possess liberty through Christ. Sounds like a biblical question response.
What do you possess?
Liberty through Christ, and in him all things of the Father are mine. I have nothing, yet I possess all things.
Amazing. Thank you, and I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Mike Price, G.O.D. Do we possess eternal life and true peace, but just don't know it or can't see?
Is that a response to the biblical question?
It's sort of a question with a period at the end. It might be a
like
biblical question related.
But I can't respond until Sunday. What the?
We shall see, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. I'll respond on Sunday. I appreciate it.
Welcome back to Hake, says Gregatron. He and his back are back.
Beta.
Thank you, Gregatron. Anthony L. Riding up the road, 18 horses carrying that big load. Been riding all day long for JLP show, Country and Western Tuesday.
Country and Western Tuesday.
And
amazing.
Pardon my butchering of the melody. I don't recognize the song by the lyrics.
Yeah, me either.
Stephen from Rotterdam, the Netherlands. Biblical question answer.
What do you possess?
Nothing apart from maybe my focus, attention, or consciousness, quote unquote. Right now, I am more curious as to what possesses me. You either belong to God or Satan. All I can do is keep my attention towards God, also known as just being present. Love y'all. Heart, heart, heart.
Amazing. Love you back, and thank you. And I'll put my 2 cents in on Sunday.
Justin K. Gaming without anger is so much fun, laughing crooked with tears. Every match I get accused of cheating, but defeating upset people is simply that easy.
That's amazing. If you really want to have fun, drop your anger and you will know what real fun is. Right on. I wish you well. Thank you.
Lil Paycheck. Hey, Lil Paycheck.
Amazing. Thank you.
And it's so sweet to have you back. You know what I mean? Jelly bean? Beans. One monkey don't stop no show, but Sir Good Hair missing can cause some disruptions.
Amazing.
Angel.
One monkey don't stop no show. Amazing. Thank you.
C-Bill. Jesse, what happened to people so when they kill themselves, murder, suicide? Just want your opinion.
Repeat that.
What happened to people so when they kill themselves?
They disappear. All their illusion is gone and they exist no more. What amazing. Thank you.
Riley, can I get an amazing?
Amazing.
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 And thank you to the buymeacoffee.com/JLP Talk supporters and the rest. We'll have to read the rest later, y'all.
Amazing. Thank y'all. Amazing. And I am glad that Hake is halfway back, but believe me, the anchor baby, Hake better come back there. After a while, be no position for him. Out of sight, out of mind. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you all. Stay with us, stay with us, stay with us. To the phone calls, I gotta go. Bye. The anchor baby coming up.
The views, information, thoughts, and opinions expressed during this show are the individual's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the JLP Network or Bond. Their appearance on the program does not imply an endorsement of them or any entity they represent. The material and information presented here is for general information purposes only. The JLP Network and Bond name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific organization, product, or service.
I have books that are amazing. I highly recommend you get them. 7 Guaranteed Steps to Spiritual, Family, and Financial Success Guide. Even if you're not starting a business, but you have a job, or you're on welfare, it can help you if you do. Be doers of the word, all right? From rage to responsibility. From rage. That's what I write about in the first chapter, especially how I overcame. Scam. How the black leadership exploits black Americans. They are using them, and blacks are too willing to be used. And then my last book, The Antidote, Healing America from the Poison of Hate, Blame, and Victimhood. They are all amazing.